Hello, Steven. Hi. So, I know I was supposed to send you this video like a year ago, but I got super busy. So I'm going to show you how these work. If you haven't done this yet, I'm going to show you how all this shit works. Here we go. So the first thing is, let me just show you what it looks like in the drawer. Let me grab this drawer over here real quick. Still trying to figure out how the fucking camera works. Okay, we got that. Okay, cool. That's the left hand. So we got that there. And that right there. I gotta do everything backwards with this camera, so it's not intuitive at all. Yeah, so that's where they land in the drawer front, back of the drawer front. This is for inset. For overlay, they're a little bit different. That's why I have two jigs. They're a little bit more inside, and I'll show you how that works. I don't think you do inset because you're all Euro. And then on the drawer box itself, there's a hole. And these don't change for inset or overlay. It's the same for either one. We didn't want to go back and forth, so I figured out a way to make it work. But a lot of guys don't do this because of the, because it's a shaker door. But it actually works really well. So if they don't do it, it's because they're dumb or they just don't know. Sorry. So jigs we use. We got a couple different types of jigs. We got the left is right, right is left. God damn it. Sorry, that's the trash one. So we do it for trash cans now. Awesome, by the way. Do it for Rev-A-Shelf units too, which is pretty sick. So this is the drawer jig. This one is built for a 3/16 inch drill bit. That's it. This goes all the way through the box. And it's rabbited out on the bottom so it clears the clips. So we did that. You can just build one that goes on before clips if you use clips, but we wanted to be able to do it either way. So that actually clears the clips. We can just pop it on there. Boom. Drill right through it. Drawer box is done. Then these are our inset and overlays. There's an inset for the actual drawer front itself, back of the front, and back of the front for overlay, right? They're a little bit different, but it's just a little pilot hole. That's not a full 3/16. So we did it this way just in case anybody just grabs it and just tries to ram a 3/16 inch bit through the whole thing. We didn't want that, and because we're using a countersink bit to do this. So, and then I got a little video I shot like a year ago, so it's a little outdated, but I'll make a new one if I do a real video. There we go. This is the end of it. So just watch the fat version of me do stuff. Look at that beard gut. There we go. I do have nice hands. All right. Yeah. So before, instead of just like lining it up with the end over here, that's because that was before we put the wood blocks on. I didn't want to make nice jigs until I knew it worked. So now it works perfect. Take it over there. That's a Forstner bit. It's like 3/4 of an inch. That's it. And just set the depth on it the right way. Set the fiddle around with that. And so you're basically just marking it with a jig. That's all you're doing. Then use a Forstner bit to drill the hole. If you make your own drawer boxes, by the way, you can have, in Cabinet Vision at least, I don't know Mosaic, but in Cabinet Vision you can have the CNC actually do the holes on the drawer box if you'd like. We order our drawers out though, so because fuck building your own shit. That's it. Crotch shot. All right, walking over, and then I'm going to pound these guys in, which they only go in one way. They get little, you'll see. You'll look at it. I need a better camera, but you'll see. Yeah, there we go. That way. So pop those in. These have a lot of adjustment too, which is cool. So popping those in. I'm just going to skip forward now. There we go. Forward a little bit. Okay. Now that's the drawer box. Already got the holes in it. Already jigged out. Pop the screws in the back. They're 7/8 machine screws. They're just drawer handle screws basically. And I use 1 inch now. I go back and forth. I can't decide which ones I like better. And for inset, see how close my drill is to the side. That's why I like, maybe not a bad idea to have like a different jig for the drawer for inset, but we make it work. With overlay, my screws, my drill isn't angled, so, but we make it work. This is before I adjusted my my jigs. See, I'm having to pound it over, but now they just kind of go on like butter. So this is the first run. We obviously like fine tune. So like when you make your jigs, like your first set, that's why I'm showing you like the old shitty version. When you make your first set, don't make them nice. Just make a set and then plan on making another set to adjust from there. Before you make something like, spend the time to make it like super nice and badass like this. So yeah. it used to be a struggle getting them on there, which would defeat the purpose. So now they just pop on. So pretty cool. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. So once it goes in, so I'm gonna pull it. See how that line isn't nice right there? Whoops. Go back a little bit. Right there. Okay. So what's cool is you have like your clip adjustment on the actual guide, but I can pull this out, just beat the shit out of it, and then it actually like moves a little bit, you know, independent from the actual drawer box, which is sick. So basically, like if you know, inset's pretty easy to adjust, but this makes it a lot easier. Just, you know, clip up and down, and then I can just adjust that side to side. I can't. My hands are backwards, dude. Like, it's fucking weird. But an overlay, which I find actually harder to adjust than inset, because of the way we do inset, we have a very clean way of doing inset that makes it pretty easy for us. But an overlay, you get like this huge run of like drawer fronts, like that's like 8 feet long. They're all gonna line up, and this makes it so much fucking easier. And we do everything in the shop, obviously, because we paint after install, which is obviously a lot easier. But if you're doing I know you're painting in the shop, but like if you get this dialed in, you can take your drawer fronts to the job and have the boxes already ready to go, and you can install all your fronts like super easily because it's just machine screw on. If you're painting after the fact like we do, it makes it easier on your painter's life because he's machine screwing them off, because we like everything to be like complete. When we install, he machine screws them off, machine screws right back on. It's been his wet fucking dream since we've done this, so should definitely charge me less. But yeah, that's it, man. If you want like, you know, like the actual measurements of what we do, I can give them to you, but like, yeah, it's gonna be different for everybody, so I would just kind of figure it out yourself a little bit as far as like the exact measurements of the jigs. But one thing to think about is like from underneath your drawer front to where the drawer box, that way. So our drawer box on every single, our drawer box in every single drawer, the drawer is 1 1/8 inches up from the bottom of the front, always, and you have to have that to be consistent. That's the only way to make this work, because you want every one of these to be identical. In cabinet vision, we can do that for sure. There's actually setting in cabinet vision super easy, and it's for overlay, inset. It doesn't matter what it does. It just raises the glides on the side of the box up and down. But that means every single thing we do is literally the same. So throughout everything, it's awesome. So you got to make sure that that's dialed in. I don't know if you can do that in Mosaic. I'm sure you can. They've got to have it. I've just been using cabinet vision, you know, outside of the training I did for Mosaic. So, and honestly, I would definitely suggest going to cabinet vision if you're having Mosaic issues, for sure. I know it's more money, but like, dude, the customer service is awesome, and you can literally do anything you want. Where Mosaic, there's a lot of shit you can't actually do. You know, it looks pretty. Don't get me wrong, and it works from what I hear, but in cabinet vision, there's no CNC issues. If there is an issue, like, those motherfuckers are on the phone. They'll stick like 4 guys on it, pay $1,000 a year for it, outside of paying 15 grand for the program, but totally worth it, in my opinion, if you're having issues still with Mosaic, because Mosaic's customer service is just trash. If it wasn't for Nick, I wouldn't recommend Mosaic for anybody, because those guys are just awful for the most part. But yeah, man, let me know if it works. Send me money, send me flowers, chocolates, whatever, maybe a dress. Sure, some shoes, high heels, cool. All right, bye.